So as I was saying about the progressions of the silent film, the 10 years of prosperity in the US, the film became so successful and allowed the industry to gain dominance. So it became so successful for 10 years because there was a war in another country, and the little war they had, they are only 6 months in US, and Europe rather, it was fighting for 4 years. Europe was fighting for 4 years. So they now go to the next stage of transition stage, from silent to sound. So the advent of sound is very, very awesome. So it makes it good because today, if you're just, I've done some broadcasts, I'm just talking and talking, you don't hear me. It's so bad, when you are just talking and talking, and you cannot hear me. It's something else. Let me quickly say something as you are joining now. Let us know where you are, and also share the link button, the share link button. Please share it and invite your friend. You can also invite. You will see. You can also subscribe to this anytime I'm online. You can also subscribe. So you can also subscribe, invite people, share the link as we go on. So I'm on the advent of sound. In fact, imagine that you are hearing me, you are seeing me, but you cannot hear me. You know what it means. It will be so painful. If you are just hearing me talking and you are not hearing anything, it becomes so painful. So, and by the grace of God, after the class, I'm going to recognize some of us that have shown our comments. I'm going to talk about it. So please, as you are joining, just share your comments, ask question or anything that is not clear, then I can go back to it. Now, the sound technology came in, and at the beginning it was very clumsy and difficult to link the speed of the film. And that's why if you are using DSLR now, you understand what I'm talking about, especially when you don't use the sound of the DSLR and you want to sync the sound. So at that time, the sound technology came, and it was very clumsy, very difficult to link the speed. So sound made it difficult to film. Sound made it difficult to film in the open air. So when there is no noise, when the place is so noisy, it makes it so to film without interfering with lighting without interference with the way the actors are spoken and with the number of camera able to use at that time. So it was metamorphosed into a lot of things. So by the time it gets to Hollywood studio age, a lot of things has changed. Now, at the Hollywood studio age, which was in 1932 to 1946, the domination of the studio was so much. The genre movies, World War II, all those ones are there. So now, this is the history behind that one. The increased cost of film, and whether you call it a movie or filmmaking, had created a lot of things. It created the studio system, with which is it's complex financing and control system design to ensure that the mix of extensive technology, cast of actors, they have to make sure there is a structure. That's the beginning of structure. Because a lot of them are being cheated, some of them everybody's just doing their own thing. It's only the manufacturer that are in control of some things. The scientists were inventing a lot of things to make it great, and cast of the actors and associated technicians, the financial would return a profit. Okay, if I'm giving you this, what is the profit? What's the profit margin? If I'm acting in your film, how much are you going to give me? Are you giving me the money now? How much are you giving me later? So the period between 1920 and 1950 was the golden age for the studios. Was a golden age. It was a beautiful golden age. So films were produced rapidly and regularly. Remember, I said for 10 years, that was the prosperity of the filmmaking in America reigned so much that made them to gain ground. So, and then they begin to have this, they often follow a formula, we call it Western, slapstick comedy, film noir, NOIR, musical, cartoon, biopic, depending on the studio. So different studios specialize in different things. I'm seeing that one happen in Nigeria very soon. When the law will raise some drama ministers that they will have a studio, what they are doing in that studio is a Christian cartoon, children cartoon, Christian cartoon, pure cartoon. In fact, everything they will be doing, a very powerful godly cartoon that will be very, very 3D animated cartoon, 4D animated, whatever D now. That is going to be available at the time this video may be shown later in the future. So, and they have to look at a studio to manufacture, a factory for film production. So that place now become a factory. that everybody wants to do their film, they go to the tap. And that's why we still have Winers Brothers today. They still have their studio. We have Universal Studio, where you can do all the film in the studio and do a lot of things. And when they don't have the luxury of going from one location to other at that time. So everything is created in studio, the metamorphose of the theater. All right, let's go. The technicians were directors and actors are all on salary and expected to work as required by contract. So they now be on contract. So the contract has just not started this day. It has started for years. So studio system meant that director had a little control over final product, as final editing was done by the post-production team, with studio executive often making final decision. In fact, even till now in Hollywood, some part of the Hollywood, it is still the executive producers or producers that have the final say. But in part of our world here, most of us are directors, producers. Most of us are director, producer, and executive producer. So we see to the end of the final say. We have a final say over our product. Especially as a Christian, you receive from the Lord and all that. And I want to quickly say this before we go on. Because you're president of a drama ministry does not make you automatically the director of your film. So the Lord can raise somebody up in your ministry that can do that area better. So don't force yourself to be a director, because everybody who's the president of ministry is a director. When we get to the directing class, I'm going to talk about that. So now, with that one, they make a decision, and what was the result? Number one result, studio had recognized star. They have a recognized star. People now know about them, especially this MGM. You know MGM, I mentioned it yesterday. And glossy production values and middle broad content. Now, Paramount is known for Europeans. Universal horror. When you see Universal film, most times it's horror. Republic is Western, So this meant that films across all studios had intellectual conformity. It has what? Intellectual, that reflected public concerns. People want to know what is going on. People want to connect with your film when they are watching. And some of us in Africa, we want to do a lot of things like Americans. I keep on saying something. Please, we have a rich culture. Let's go to our culture. Let's dig deep into our culture. Let's sell out our culture. Let people know that, okay, there are Christians in Nigeria. Let people know there are villages in Nigeria that people, they don't have not heard about Jesus. Let's go to the cultural values of prostrating and all that. We have a lot of things that we can show to the world, but we are not showing because everybody is born to speak in English. Everybody wants to speak like American and all that in their movies and all that. I said, no matter how try to become an American, you are not American, you are a Nigerian. All right. Now, sorry for that. It just came to my heart to just share that one with us. So a lot of things happen and they have to fit into the market rather than reflecting the concern of the directors. So the World War II came up, the studio became propaganda machine for the war effort. So studio in fact, it's easier for them to show what is going on. I will try and send you some links of the videos you watch by the grace of God. Now we're going to a bit of practical. So when I'm showing something, when I say some things, I'll also give you the link to watch. I have about 4 links I gave yesterday, thereabouts. So now I'm going to give you some links also. So film patriotics and focus on concern of those on home front as they worry over the people in the battlefield. So they have to use something. So they have something we call Freedom Comes High in 1943. They do the Kingdom Cross Island with the show. So I'm going to give you the link by the grace of God. I'm going to give you a link of that one. So I will try to drop a lot of link for us after the class. So then we now have the internationalist age. Internationalist age was between 1947 and 1959. And you remember NTA Ibadan started in Nigeria in 1959. Don't let us forget our own thing. The television came into Nigeria, the first in Africa. The first in Africa, not even in Nigeria, the first in Africa. So if it's the first in Africa, the first in Nigeria. That was 1959. In 2006, we have the first in Africa Christian drama television station, Christian film television station, the first in Africa again. So then, for record purposes, I'm saying it so that we can have it recorded. And the first one was it was this ministry that started it, Mount Zion Faith Ministry, which is called Mount Zion TV Production. So I just want to give you this so that you can know the history, so that we can keep the history. The land is green. I love that. The land is green. Let us make it. We have a lot of greener pasture. We have a green stories. Green stories. We have a lot of fresh stories that many of the people in the world don't even know. You understand? You can tell me the history of tribal marks. Nobody knows it much. You understand? You can show a film that talk about it, how it stopped and all that, how people are now using tribal mark. Don't mind the people who have done it before. You can do it and do it again. We have a rich culture. Let's give out our own culture. Let's let people know. So as I'm going, I'm talking about the culture, what happened outside our country. But because the film is involved, that's why, because of the school, that's why I go to all these details. Now, all these details I'm doing. Now, the challenge of the TV came in that time, 1947 to 1959. So, a horizontal control of the media with the media glomerates able to explore the film, the TV, the books, the CD, the record, the DVD publication for mass product. At that time, those are the beginning. Now, individuals begin to contracting system for talent. They begin to contract themselves. I had a manager, nobody. Okay, rather than salary, rather than being employed. Somebody said, I want to be on contract. So because if you employ me now, you use me anyhow. You only pay me 10 naira at the end of the month. So if I'm on contract, we will talk about it. We have our terms. We get our terms. So the salary staff favored by the studio, actors and technicians contracted for single movies, and the contract comes in. So the advent of the block star started in 1947, between 1947 and 1959. So the block star does not just started now. So every film a Christian should do should be a blockbuster. A blockbuster, rather. A blockbuster. I'm telling you. So if you are going to give it to the Lord, let it be the great thing you are giving to the Lord. Don't let us give poor things to the Lord and say, well, that's why I'm working on this transmission by the grace of God. I'm really working on this transmission, that by the grace of God, by the time in November or not before November, we're going to give you something that when we are projecting, you will feel the background, you will feel some things, you will like it. Do you get it now? I'm really working on it. Do you get it now? Because our hands are so tight, we have a lot of things we have to address to, and in the midst of it, I still have to. In fact, in my heart, and I trust the Lord, maybe periodic and all that, and we need to do something. So please keep on dropping your comments. I'm going to talk about it after we finish. Please, any question, anything. Now at that stage, we have a smaller production houses move into specified niche, the specified niche audience, because they now begin to do Woody Allen come up and all that. So later we have this the new age wave. The new wave age in 1960 to 1980. So from France to the world, the technical thing begin, that the technological innovation, scale production, strong values I have mentioned at the beginning. Then we have the French cinema, the art form. They begin to do the art form. They begin to do a lot of things. So the new wave started 1960 to 1980. Remember, in 80s again, something happened in Nigeria. The evangelical Christian drama also emerged from campus. At that time, nobody is having a ministry, but they are started on campuses. People begin to gather, people begin to minister. Powerful ministration at that time. In fact, let me say from 1975, it has started already. When people, even 1970s, it has started. People begin to do evangelical drama, but they don't even know the name that is called evangelical drama, because they don't have any relevance for people to refer to than the secular people. Now, let's go. Now, the death of the studio system had international effect, allowing the re-emergence of competition from Europe, particularly Sweden, France, and Britain. So the reminders of competition came up from that place, because now the studio has fallen. People want to be on contract. Nobody wants to be staffed salary staffed person. They want to be free. So the collapse of the studio system also encouraged the film festival. Wow, I love that. The collapse of what? Of the studio system encouraged the film festival circuit, giving a screen to film made outside of the US. You understand? In conglomerates, sorry for my pronunciation, I am a fast speaker, so let me say it gently. Conglomerates. So now we will now go to the age that we have, the last age of the 7 ages of film. The last age, which is the mass media age, from 1980 till date. That's the movie. Don't worry about semantics. I'm going to talk about semantics later. Movie, film,